Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Jero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man is looking for a woman, and when we have a woman, the woman is looking for a man. Today we are having a woman, and I'll be telling you the kind of man she is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the very first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contact of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenganjero. So you can follow Jenganjero on Facebook and you'll be getting these updates in real time. My Facebook page, Jenganjero, is verified. You can see it on the screen. So I only have that one Facebook page. Now, our guest on today's show is Faith Njeri. Faith Njeri is 49 years old. She is single and searching. At the age of 49, you could be asking yourself, why is Njeri single? What kind of a man is she looking for? And things like that. The moment you are able to understand some of these details, that is the moment you are able to understand who the person is, what kind of a match they are looking for, and things like that, where they reside, because that is a very important pointer of desire. Because again, if somebody is in Lesotho, if somebody is in South Africa, and maybe you're interested in age, but you cannot have them because of proximity, because of distance, then what is the point? So it's always important to listen to some of these details so that you will end up making a very informed decision. Now, Faith Njeri is from Murang'a County, 49 years old, single and searching. She's actually a teacher by profession. At the age of 49, you could be asking yourself, why is Njeri single? Does she have children? If yes, how many? What does she do for a living? What does she like doing? What are her hobbies? Then you're able to understand, you're able to relate with what you like, and then you make a very informed decision at the end of the day. So Madam Jerry is a teacher by profession. She comes from Murang'a County. Automatically tells you that she is a Kikuyu by tribe, and she has not put a limitation on tribe, because I believe that when you're able to contact her, when you're able to draw a bid, when you're able to draw a proposal, when you're able to approach her, depending on how you approach, depending on who you are, then people can make informed decisions. So you're not limited. She's a mother of one, and she's a single mother, and the girl is grown up. So she's a mother to a daughter, and the daughter is grown. She's looking for a serious man who should be between the ages of 50 and 60. So she is turning 50, let's assume, because she's 49. If you're 39, you're turning 40. So she's 49. She wants a man who is slightly older. You could be slightly older with a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. So between the ages of 50 and 60, you will be an ideal match. If you have what kind of qualities? One, God fearing. If you're an honest man, if you're doing something with your life, if you're stable. And I believe there is nothing wrong if people ask for a financially stable person. Because when people speak about you being financially stable, especially as a man, they are asking for somebody who is doing something with their lives. They're asking for somebody who is also doing something. Because at the end of the day, marriage is a game of bills. Okay? There is no romance without finance. And love alone does not pay bills. Does it? For those of you who are in love, does love pay bills? Of course it doesn't. But you have to put yourself out there and be doing something, and that will be one of the pointers of responsibility. If you're not doing something with your life, you are irresponsible. It doesn't matter whether you are fired or you haven't found a job that does not fit the profile and the resume that you hold. During the time of COVID, people are having all manner of creativity. I saw people who drive very big cars. Maybe their jobs had come to an end. They were laid off at their places of work. Others could not travel to go and work because of, you understand, there were curfews. There was what we called quarantine. Some places, some regions were quarantined. Yeah, there was isolation, and there was restricted movement. You couldn't enter Nairobi, maybe from a different county. There were some hotbeds of the epidemic, and there were epicenters. So if you couldn't travel and you had a vehicle, you get some vegetables, you get some eggs, you sell them behind your vehicle, and you get the wheels of progress running. That means, irrespective of where you find yourself in, you have to do something to generate income. You have to do something to generate revenue. Otherwise, why are you going into marriage? I fail to understand. And that forms the basis of our next topic, by the way. Some of these people who are entering marriage without having something to generate revenue. You don't have something that generates revenue. What are you doing in marriage? No, it's okay. You can be laid off. Unaweza futa ukiwa in marriage. You can lose a job. Your job can come to an end. You can lose money. You remember people whose businesses were attacked during the 2024 reject finance bill protest. Some people lost businesses. Others are on their knees but they were doing something. You cannot judge somebody like that. If somebody was working and they got fired, you cannot judge that person. But the person is not working day one, day two, year one, year two, year three. Anasema Mungu atakuja. Wapi? So Jerry does not want such kind of a man. If you're that kind of a man, please stop watching right now. Now, she would prefer a widower from central Kenya, and that man must be genuine. And I think I need to correct where I said she does not have a limitation on. She does not have a limitation on tribe. So her preference, you see, when I say that I prefer grade 10 over grade 8, it doesn't mean that if grade 2 comes, I won't use. But my preference was this. If this comes, doesn't mean I cannot use it. If this one comes, then you all know what I mean. So when the word preference is used, I would prefer this. It is different from strictly from Mount Kenya region. I hope you understand English enough well to know that this is not a limitation to tribe. So, but her preference would be, of course, from the Mount Kenya region. I will be posting her phone number on my Facebook page at Jenga Jet, so that as many as of those who are interested can reach out to her directly and make contact. And at the end of the day, we will be having a marriage here. She will be coming back with a testimony. The man must be financially stable, loving, God-fearing, from a Christian background, responsible, and with or without children. That will not be a deal breaker. And she would really prefer somebody who is widowed. A widower is a man who lost his wife through death. So if you're widowed and you're watching, you're between the ages of 50 and 60, Madam Njeri Faith Njeri Mwangi will be an ideal match for you from Murang'a County. I'm wishing her well. I hope she gets a good match. And from our desk, we wish every other single person the best of luck. If you'd like your story to be featured, just like that of Njeri, you can reach out to us directly on 0712 997 660. Those are the numbers you can see on the screen. And then we will see what happens, because one thing leads to another. Okay, one thing leads to another, and then the other thing leads to the next. And by the time we are testifying here, we already have a marriage. I'll see you in the next video, guys. God bless you. Bye bye.